Okay, so this is going to be a video talking about the silicone grommets that are being used in a lot of the new iPro cameras. This is an example of it. The tail has been cut on this one, so it's usually a little bit longer than this, but you get the idea. And this is a typical camera that is using those grommets. This is to attach to the patch cable to pass through the grommet once we get to that point. And this is the pigtail that is actually already on this camera that we're using for our demonstration. I've already made sure that the dome was detached so we can see that. And you can see there are two holes that are in the bottom to allow cables to pass through. If we're only using the network cable, so that means we're going to use one silicone grommet here and one here. The camera's going to come with two. We have one for our demonstration. But the one that we're not going to run a wire through, we're not going to pierce it or anything. We're just going to put it in there with the tail end pointing into the camera. Now you will notice that there is a pigtail that is already attached to this camera. This pigtail is just for IPing and setting up the camera. When we are doing the final install of this camera, this pigtail needs to be removed, and we are going to use either a pre-made patch cable or a Cat6 cable that we have put a RJ45 connector on the end to pass through and connect directly to the camera. But we're going to run it through this silicone grommet first. This is a screenshot that we got from the PDF for this camera. Okay, demonstrating using the silicone, so we're going to just pull up on this to make the hole. Here's our patch cable. We want to make sure you've got the two push clips to release the RJ45. Before we get started, we want to reverse these very carefully. Okay, so now the one on the outside is on top and the one on the inside is on the bottom. We can reverse it back once we've have it all together. I'm going to slip this guide over, and then it is very tricky. I want to make sure that you get the end of it coming through, and then we're going to gently push the rest of it through. Okay. We don't need this anymore. Still want to be careful. There we go. Now, removing this pigtail. I'll run this through, plug it in. And now you can see how you have extra material on the inside. We actually want that material on the outside, which is why it's easier to go a little bit further and then to pull it out. See, now the extra material is on the outside. Okay, that's basics right there.